Hey, welcome to the Wealth Agenda. I am your host and financial coach, Tania Brielle Mabry. And today we are diving deep into wealth psychology with a true pioneer in financial empowerment, wealth scientist Asia Kirkendall. She is a beast, y'all. She is the founder of Ace Financial Matters and the creator of this amazing program. Y'all, I'm bumping all into the mic. We're going to move it out of the way. Of this amazing program, Quantum Wealth Theory, which will help you get your raggedy subconscious money mindsets all the way together. Asia, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
So excited for you to be here. So let's get started. Tell us a little bit about the work that you do with Ace Financial Matters.
Yes, ma'am. So at Ace Financial Matters, we are a financial education company, and we go in and work with different high schools and universities to help their students bridge the gap between the knowledge of financial literacy and the actual application of that literacy.
Woo, girl, I have a whole talk about how knowledge is not power, applied knowledge is power. So the fact that your work is dedicated to that, you about to get me riled up already. So what initially sparked your interest in financial empowerment?
So we'll have to go back to the late 1900s to tell that story. And that's because me growing up as a kid, my mom, she was a single mom with 2 kids, and her experience was we don't have enough and we can't afford it. And I know now I ended up developing this poverty mentality or this scarcity mindset because of this. And I started to hoard money as a kid because I actually believed we wouldn't have enough. And to her, it looked like I was a good saver. And so she told me, Asia, you're good with money. You should go to school, get the good job so you don't have to struggle like we did. And that's exactly what I did. And I've been in the finance industry ever since.
Girl, when you said we're going to go back to the late 1900s, I went way back. And then I was like, oh, wait, that's us. We're the 1900s. We're the late 1900s. Okay. But that's a fantastic story about knowing the difference between hoarding and saving. So tell us about this amazing program, Quantum Wealth Theory. What is that all about?
Okay. So it's an interactive curriculum, and we blend different principles from neuroscience, understanding how the brain works, why we want to seek pleasure and avoid pain. We talk about behavioral psychology, understanding that we're tribal social creatures, and ultimately we're driven to keep up with the Joneses. And then lastly, we use principles from quantum physics, which is just the study of energy at the smallest level. And that's important because in our 3D worlds, there are things we can see and touch, and there are things that are invisible. And things like steam or ideas, thoughts, energy, just because we can't see them doesn't mean they're not real. And so blending all 3 of these is important because we can better understand how our emotions and our subconscious beliefs influence our financial decisions.
Okay, so when I go into the store and I'm about to make a decision, what you're telling me is it's not just the fact that that item is something that I want. It is quantum physics, it is neuroscience, it is behavioral psychology, and all of those things are impacting the way that we interact with money.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
That is amazing. I love it. So when we're talking about mindset shifts, what is the biggest money mindset shift that you think that people need to make?
The biggest mindset shift I'll say is, it may sound counterproductive, but it's not about money. When people say that they want more money or they want financial success, they're not saying they want green paper or digits in their bank account. They want certain feelings or certain experiences. And the theory we're talking about here is people want love, peace, joy, and freedom. And so when you can discover what it is you truly want out of your financial goals, then you can better find ways that will align you to those goals. And you might be surprised that you don't always need money to get the things that you want.
So Asia, what are some strategies that you recommend people use to update their money mindsets?
The first strategy is writing by hand. And that's the reason why it's a physical workbook. And the reason why, because there are studies that show journaling or writing by hand helps to calm the nervous system, specifically the parasympathetic nervous system. And this is what the part of our body that allows us to rest and digest and relax the body and mind. And so with money, when there's this stress or anxiety that comes up, we need all the extra relaxation we can get. And so not only does it calm our nervous system, but it also encourages what they call neuroplasticity, which is what allows us to create new programming and add new beliefs in there. And so that's why I suggest handwriting as that strategy.
Y'all, she's in here using SAT words like parasympathetic nervous system and leveraging your neuroplasticity. Y'all need to find out more about her program. So for those that are listening and they want to update their money mindsets, how would they get in contact with you?
Instagram is the best place to reach me directly at asiak.247 or quantumwealththeory.com.
Thank you for expanding our neuroplasticity in this interview today. We thank you, listeners, for joining us. This has been such an amazing conversation. Absolutely great. If you would like to continue to gain wealth building insights, follow me at Brielle Mabry on Instagram. And this has been The Wealth Agenda. I am your host and financial coach, Tania Brielle Mabry. Make sure you join us next time. Same channel, same time.